Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the IS-3. Now, this is a legendary tank, especially in the early days of Blitz, and especially PC, and even now this tank is considered legendary, and it is the most basic tier 8 tank you can get. It's very simple, but it's also very effective. Now, nowadays in Blitz, I don't really think you see that many IS-3s. Tell me what you guys, think about this in the comment section below. How many IS-3s do you guys see? Because for me personally, I don't really see that many of them. Now, the IS-3 is almost forgotten. I don't think anyone ever talks about this tank. Recently, we talked about the IS-5 and then the IS-6, but we haven't talked about the IS-3. Now, this tank is clearly outdated. Back in the day, it used to be, one of the main tier 8 tanks when we didn't have so many premiums or other tier 8 tanks. In terms of heavies, of course. Now, the King Tiger, everything got buffed, but this tank more or less stayed the same. Now, the gun is alright in only one category, and that's probably the Alpha. Apart from that, this gun is very, very mediocre. Like, not even mediocre, probably worse than mediocre. The aim time and gun handling in general is just horrendous, and that's what really ruins this tank. On top of that, the frontal armor on this thing is also pure garbage. Like, it's not even great, and you won't be able to deflect shells at all. Now, maybe the game is trying to teach you to more or less not try and play with your frontal armor, I guess, because the IS-8's armor is not that great either. The T10, the IS-8, whatever you want to call it, and the frontal armor on that is not great. But come on, every single other IS-3 type tank at tier 8 has some sort of frontal armor. Now, the magic to this tank is probably the sides, because the side armor on this thing is incredible. I remember you could even bounce a lot of tier 9 shells from the side, even if it was from a 90-degree angle. Now, that's purely it for the armor. The turret and the sides, everything else is very mediocre. The sides used to be what made this tank insanely good at side scraping and reverse side scraping. The turret, it's solid, but you won't be even, allowed to play off of ridges because you don't have enough gun depression anyhow. So this tank is a no-go for that anyway. Overall, the speed does make up for a little bit of it, but it is a heavy and you don't need that much speed. I would cut off a little bit of the speed and give it more frontal armor, but then I guess it would be more of something like a 252U. So overall, I can see why this tank was more or less outdated by now, simply because the gun is trash and the frontal armor is trash, and you don't really get anything apart from a little bit of turret and side armor, as well as mobility for a heavy tank. So I don't think that really counts for a lot. So what do you guys think about this in the comment section below? Tell me, guys, I really want to read what you guys think about this tank. So with that, Happy is out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.